Hello, this is the Radio Geek, and although today I don't have a radio for you, I do have something that's pretty geeky. I decided to go down to the basement and dig up something that I had purchased probably in 1988, maybe early 89, and it is a Zenith Data Systems computer, and it's a 8088 computer, and we'll just take a quick tour here. It is a ZDE 1217 AO model. It's an 8088 computer. It has one 5 1/4 inch 360K floppy and a 3.5 inch 720K floppy. It has various different cards in here. Back in the day, they used to just have a regular bus system with all the cards plugged in. This first one here is a memory card, and this computer is fully loaded with 1.2 megabytes of RAM. So 640K and a little extra. It also has a parallel port on the video card. The next card in is the floppy disk controller, and the next card in is the CPU card, which has the 8088 on it, and it also has the keyboard input on the CPU card as well. The CPU has some diagnostic LEDs on it when you first boot it up, and these LEDs kind of count down. They are all lit and then they disappear to the end. The last one says ready, and the first one is a CPU, ROM, RAM, INT, and disk, and then ready. So if it stops at any of those other lights, it gives you an indication of where the problem might be. Might be the disk, controller card, or RAM. It kind of gives you that indication. The next card in here is an extra serial card. The next one is the video card, a VGA, and this one was definitely optional. It is a real-time clock board. So the 8088s did not have onboard real-time clocks, so this is separate. Has a battery in there to keep the time, although I'm sure that battery is long gone. Last one here is the hard drive controller. An MFM hard drive controller, which controls this Seagate ST225 and a whopping 20 megabytes of storage. So when I first turned this computer on, I didn't really think I'd get anything. I didn't think it would boot, and actually when I first turned it on, it didn't boot. It gave me a drive error, but I kept trying, and I actually got it to boot. So I will just give you a quick little tour here of what it looks like here. We'll just do a directory/W, and there's all the files, and it still has over 12 megabytes of free space. Has a few different things on here. Let's see, we can type and see what the auto execute bat file has in it, and it's just setting some paths, and it changes the prompt, so the prompt shows you the directory that you're in. It runs a mouse driver, so yes, you could use a mouse in DOS as well. DOS key, I think, was a program that would keep track of your commands, and you could use the arrow keys or something to see what commands you had already typed in, I think. And the hyperclock is for the real-time clock board that's been added on here. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah, I think Breeze was a word processor of some kind, and BBCD is some kind of a indexing program where you could index all the directories on your hard drive. Mouse, just the mouse driver. Ford is that Ford simulator. I did try to run that, and it basically locked up the computer, and I had to reboot. And when I did that, it gave me the drive read error thing. So I don't really want to run that again. I had a little. I don't have any 5 1/4 inch floppy disks at the moment. I did have one 3.5 inch 720K disk in there, and it had some files on there for a color computer emulator or something. I don't know what I was doing with that. So I copied that stuff to the hard drive, and then I formatted it and put the system files on it, so it's bootable. So if I can't boot the hard drive, maybe I can boot that diskette and get back in here if I had to, but I really don't want to do that. And I did change the date and time on here, so if you look at some of these directories and when they were created, it looked like the autoexec bat file, the last time that it was edited was in December of 1996. I created this directory where I copied the floppy disk to it, and I just called it directory Coco, and it's got today's date, or actually I put the date in wrong, it was actually yesterday's date, but anyway, 11/14 of 14. So I don't know, I guess that means it's year 2 Y2K compliant, I guess, because it knows what that is, unless it thinks it's 1914, but I don't know. It seems to work just fine, not that it really matters. And there's a few other programs on here. This other one, the Electrics, I think is some kind of a program that would allow your dot matrix printer to print in letter quality or close to letter quality, because dot matrix printers, usually the the not so expensive ones, did not print letter quality for sure. PC Globe was some kind of a program that you could print out the different flags of the world. That's really about it. Oh, there's this ship.com was a unique Zenith data systems program as far as I know, and what it did was you'd run this just before you turn the computer off, and it would park the drive heads in a ship location, which means you could park the hard drive heads there, and then you could move the computer, and it was in a special spot that it wouldn't, if the head came down, it wouldn't damage anything that would damage any of your data. So that's kind of a unique utility there for them. Just not really a whole lot on here, just thought it was kind of neat that it would actually boot up and it worked. I really love this keyboard. This is a Zenith keyboard. It says Heath computer on it, and that's because I had a Heathkit computer before I had this one that I built, and this is the keyboard that it came with. It was kind of funny though, that computer, which was I think like a model 148 or something, and it had a monochrome monitor with it, it was actually more challenging to build the monitor than the computer, so that was kind of funny. This monitor is not a Zenith monitor, it's an Olivetti, and I believe these are probably one of the ones that they used for servers, like a server closet or something, because it was just monochrome, no color, and you wouldn't really want to spend the money on a color monitor just for a server that you were going to look at from time to time. It's got really nice crisp CRT. It's very nice from monochrome. Let's see, what do we got here? I think there's some games. Yeah. So I know that I've ran this one before, so we'll see if it works and doesn't lock up anything. Look at those graphics. Wheel of Fortune. I think you can pick the number of players, and let's see, we'll pick one player. No. Well, look how long it takes to load that off the hard drive, huh? Alright, I'm gonna spin. I mean, it's pretty good, really, for its age. Hey, I got a letter right. How about that? Ooh, 2 of them. Yep, pretty amazing early. But anyway, just a quick video show you guys the Zenith Data Systems 8088 computer. And just one more look here at the inside here. If you guys have any more information on this model or have any questions, let me know. I'll try my best to answer them. Like I say, I know it's not a radio, and I'll be getting some other videos up with some radios here shortly, but just thought this was kind of interesting that after 20 plus years in the basement, never used, brought it back up, turned it on, and everything works. That is amazing. See you later, guys.